see if my phone will actually do something now. Tried to do that. Okay. Now when people join, they can... Sweet. Okay. So, if you guys didn't see the last live, I accidentally clicked that it was for kids. And so now that I have it where it's not for kids and people can actually chat, I am making a panic attack survival guide for school. Because I have anxiety. Hi, Grayson. So I have anxiety. Obviously, Grayson knows that. He's like the only person in the chat, but like when people else. Hi, Kai. So now we have Kai in the chat as well. But everybody in the chat so far knows I have anxiety. We all in the chat know that I have anxiety. So, panic attack survival guide. Essentially a panic attack bag for things that I've learned that I have issues with when it comes to my anxiety. So, obviously the two people in chat, no, we're not, because I've got something going on Saturday. Hi, little sis. So, basically, my school's going to where we cannot have our phones or wireless headphones. So this is going to be a panic attack survival guide without anything related to phone, headphones. Like, we can have wired headphones, but I've already got those in my backpack. So this is going to be without that. Because, well, I can't exactly have those. So it's gonna be without that. I'm going to see if I can bring my MP3 player for music, because that's something... Not, like, I'm not bringing Athena. Athena's a little too big for me to bring to school. I can bring small things, like, on the bag, I have a mini spring trap that clips onto my bag. And then, I have this little Cats vs. Pickles plushie. It's the Hawaiian cat, because I personally like the Hawaiian cat. It shouldn't change that, considering you have it on your IEP that you have, like, you're allowed to have your headphones. But, like, for those of us who don't have anything, like, that don't have an IEP that says we have to have, like, our headphones and stuff. Okay, that's fine. But, like, it shouldn't change that with your IEP. So, first thing, other than on my last one I mentioned that I've got a little scent thing, because I've noticed that I have a really bad habit of, like, needing something to smell. So, hi, Ashlyn. So essentially this is just us talking / me doing my panic attack survival guide, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget to. I don't actually know what the actual scent is. It's like a berry scent, but it's Harry Potter themed. So, bonus points, because it's Harry Potter. Bonus points, because it's Harry Potter. We have dinosaur notebook / journal, because my therapist told me I needed to keep one. figured, sis. I kind of figured. So we're gonna put that in the bag because if I don't, I'm gonna forget. Yeah, dinosaurs rocks. It's a little dinosaur. It's a little. That's not a T-Rex. I don't know what. I forgot what kind of dinosaur this is. But it's got little shoes. It's green, and it has sunglasses. So I find it pretty cool. And then it has this little blue strap that makes it I think this might actually be a velociraptor. I think this actually might be a velociraptor. I don't know though. It's probably a velociraptor. But it has a blue strap on it to keep it closed. And then, so my therapist told me I needed to start writing a journal whenever I got too overwhelmed. So that's what this is. Coolosaurus. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it a Coolosaurus. Thank you for the idea, Kai. Coolosaurus. Originally I had a spare hair tie in there, but as you guys can see, and as you all know, I no longer have to have hair ties. Speaking of cool things about my hair, we're dyeing my hair purple before the school year starts. So, he probably saw it on your YouTube channel, sis. Did you forget you posted about that? WGM does not mean a lot of things, so I'm assuming he got it from there. We have Altoids because I like mint. I like mint things. And so mint has to go in the bag. I gotta get more warheads and stuff before school starts. But I gotta get more sour candy before school starts. Because if not, well, that's gonna end up being a lot. Ignore what I'm drinking. I'm drinking lemonade. Which lemonade and mint does not mix well. We have toxic waste. That we are also going to put in there. So I've learned sour candy helps ground me. So that's fun. Before school starts, I'm going to get myself a lanyard and an ID tag that's going to have my preferred name on it. Because, well... Oh, cool. Hannah's going? You two have fun. So now we have officially added a pride pin onto my thing. We have a pride pin. We have our mini Frisk. If anybody knows who that is, I know Kai does. We might actually move the pride pin. I don't think it goes right there. I'm gonna try and find a spot to put this. I might just end up better on. I might just end up putting it on the side pocket. Yeah, I think it goes good on the side pocket. I think the pride pen goes good on the side pocket. I think it actually looks really cool. So yeah, I think yeah, you are gonna have to worry. You are gonna have to warn Hannah about furries. That's gonna be interesting. Let me know how that goes, by the way. Trying to figure out what else I can put in here that might end up being needed. Well, obviously gum, but that's well, no, I can put some in there now. We're gonna go grab some. That is my thing in the corner of my room. Okay, so we have. Okay, cool. Hello, Jasper. Sports drag, so I'll probably explain that it's the animal equivalent of drag. And they're both art performers. They're both art forms. I feel like that'd be the best way to explain it to Hannah. So we have polar ice gum because for some reason I find any kind of mint or sour thing is my style. So we're gonna put mint gum in my thing, as well as some other actual mints because that's just kind of something I need to do. We've gotten 3 likes. I'm so happy. I'm just doing this for fun. Like, this is just something for me to do while I'm sitting here attempting to do this with myself. Because doing it by myself is boring. Doing things by yourself is boring. So, we are essentially just trying to live our life. Yeah, I remember you used to keep journals on you at all times. Hello, new person. So we have sunglasses. I don't think I'm gonna need those until later on in the year, but we might. So in they go, just in case. We were also like in the middle of cleaning my room at one point, so oh, that's sad. We have Star Wars trading cards. Well, they're not trading cards. They're playing cards. Not trading cards. Playing cards. The aces have little this is the Ace of Hearts, and it's got a little ship on it. And then the kings look like this. It's really cool. The aces have different ships on them. The Joker is a Jedi. For all the Star Wars fans. I think Ace of Spades is my favorite. I generally think the Ace of Spades is my personal favorite. And then this Joker is BB-8. Oh, Lord. And we have this one. This little Joker. We have our Queen. Another King. We have our Kings, which are really cool. We have a King, which is Darth Vader, which I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of me getting these Star Wars playing cards. My dad's military buddy got them for me. My dad's military buddy got one for me. And so now he has fed my addiction. So, speaking of movies, Kai, did you hear that they were coming out with a new Odyssey movie? Okay. Talk to you later, little sis. But yeah, they're coming out with a new Odyssey movie. And do you want to know who's playing Telemachus? You want to know who's playing Telemachus? Tom Holland. Tom Holland's playing Telemachus. And then Zendaya is playing Athena. I know, right? And then the person who plays Cedric Diggory from Harry Potter is playing Antinius. We have Anne Hathaway as Penelope. I honestly think this movie is going to be absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to see it. So, I got bisexual Jonathan Kent. Yeah, I have bisexual Jonathan Kent. Because bisexual Jonathan Kent is awesome. You'd think this has gum in it. It doesn't. Let me open it. It has dice. Oh, those fell out. It has dice. Yeah, and then they're coming out with a new Descendant. They're coming out with a new Descendants movie. It's out July 17th. And then the new Odyssey movie comes out technically July 16th in theaters, but they're saying it's July 17th. Which is not true. It's July 16th. Yeah, so they're making it's Descendants 5 and it's called Wicked Wonderland. It's really cool. Descendants 4 was really cool. I really enjoyed Descendants 4. I watched it and I thought it was cool. So we have our talking cards because in a panic attack you can't exactly speak normally. Some of these have drawings. So we have talking cards because so we need to fix one of these. Dang. I've got to find like a pen or a pencil. That does not shock me. Your grandma's never particularly liked me. Your grandma's never particularly liked me. Yeah, she barely likes anyone. Hi. So this is us just talking right now. We're just talking. / I'm building a panic attack school survival kit. Because nice. Because I am anxiety prone. And we start school in August. Or no, we start school in a couple days actually. Start school on July 31st. These are communication cards. It's normally used for people with autism, but it can also be used for people with panic attacks, anxiety that causes them to go quiet. Yeah, why so soon? I have no clue. But I know it starts very soon, and it sucks. That they can. That they can. But most people commonly recognize them as used by those certain groups. Even though they can be used by everyone. That it is. So happy Disability Pride Month, everybody. Happy Disability Pride. Yeah, happy Disability Pride Month, chat. So I realized, well, some of these can't happen because most of my actual headphones are wireless, so I'd have to bring my wired headphones. Or my doctor can write me that I have to wear my headphones because of my anxiety, because that is something I need to keep myself calm. But no, my doctor won't do that because she believes that I'm fine. Nice. Dana, 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 dana. I don't know how I'm gonna handle the pep rallies this year without my phone and my headphones. The pep rallies are gonna be torture. Yeah, my doctor gave me these gummies that are supposed to help with my anxiety, but they don't really help. Or at least they haven't been helping. But everyone keeps telling me that I need to give it time. But like, the doctor won't sit there and write a thing for me to be able to listen to my music at school. So I'm gonna attempt to convince her when I go back in like a month. Well, it won't be a month now. It'll be less than a month now. But when I go back, to write me a thing that says this child needs to be able to wear her headphones. No, they did not give me edibles. They did not give me edibles. We also found out that I can no longer take ibuprofen. I have to take Tylenol if I'm in pain. I can no longer take ibuprofen. So I'm getting a lanyard with an ID badge that has my preferred name on it. I'm going to put my preferred name and pronouns on it to see if any teachers will actually use my name and pronouns. I took Tylenol and all I got was autism. I took ibuprofen and all I got was sick. What else do I need to put on this list? Got a binder. Got folders. Kai, what all stuff did you need when you went to 11th grade? Oh, what did you change your name to? If you tell me what you changed your name to, I'll start calling you by that name. Irving? Irving. Irving? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I feel like I'm not pronouncing that right. I'm probably going to stick to calling you Kai, because I have no clue how to pronounce that. Iswing. Why is it spelled like that? If your name is Iswing, then why is it spelled like that? Why is it spelled like that? I'm very confused on why it's spelled like that. So the only two things I really need for school are a lanyard with an ID badge, notebooks. Another thing that I forgot. An umbrella. Because tell me why you don't wear a jacket for one day and it decides it's gonna rain. And then the day you do decide to wear a jacket, it decides it's not gonna rain. Make that make sense, Zeus. Yeah, the Scottish did spell their names weird. I have no physical cash. But I have a lot of coins. Guys, if freaking, if Rockstar Freddy asks me for 5 coins, I actually have 5 coins that I can give him. They're not Faz tokens, because that's what he's wanting. He's wanting Faz coins. But I don't have Faz coins. I have these coins. So I'll give him the coins I have. Wow, it's been 34 minutes already of me just sitting here rambling. That's very normal. We have Chinese food. We have fake Chinese food for Zoe when she goes with me to school. Sweet. So, I might be getting a cat. I might be getting a cat at some point. Yeah, he can exchange those 5 coins for Faz tokens. Or Faz coins. Or both. He can exchange them for both. I still cannot believe that one of my friends thought Zoe was haunted. I mean, she is, but she's not mean. Zoe's not mean. Zoe's not a mean kind of possessed. And look how cute she is in her little hoodie, guys. Look at how cute this is. Look at how cute she is in her little hoodie. And no, I have not figured out what I'm going to name the cat yet. It all depends on what color the cat is. Because if it's a black cat, its name is going to be Stormy. Or, no, not Stormy. Its name's going to be Shadow. If it is... It's a white cat. Its name's going to be Snowball. Its name's either going to be Snowball or Ghost. Not sure yet. Come here, Zoe. I need to show everybody your glasses. Guys, look at her with her glasses. She looks quite adorable, does she not? Her glasses are a little wonky, but that's okay. We're going to put her glasses in her front pocket. In the front pocket. In case she goes with me to school. No, if it's an orange cat, I think I'm going to end up... Well, depends. If it's a girl orange cat, it's most likely going to end up probably being named, something from either Hazbin Hotel or Helluva Boss. Because when I had my other orange cat, I named it Charlie. And I feel like I need to continue the idea of naming them after Hazbin Hotel or Helluva Boss characters, given the idea that I continue with that. So it's probably going to end up either being named something from Hazbin or something from Helluva Boss. Speaking of which, Hazbin Hotel Season 5. It's going to be our last season of Hazbin. Our last season of Hazbin, guys. Our last season of Hazbin. Season 5 is our last season of Hazbin. I feel so upset. It should be. They should be. They should be. If not, we're gonna have a word with Viv, guys. Again, we have the pride pin on the side that I made. I made the pride pin. So I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of the pride. My summer's been okay so far. My summer's been okay. That sucks. My button maker decided it was going to mess up. So, again, we have bye, Jonathan Kent. I brought him back on screen. We have bye, Jonathan Kent. I don't think we're going to put any fidget toys in the bag quite just yet. Other than maybe like a squishy or two. If anyone can recommend a quiet stress toy to put in the bag, that'd be great. Because, like, I need a quiet stress toy that I can put in the bag that I'm not constantly having to be like, oh, is this too loud? Are the teachers getting annoyed by this? Speaking of which, to the one person in here that actually still goes to school, what class do you think you're most excited to have this year? What class did you sign up for that you're most excited to have? What one are you most excited to have, and what one are you least excited to have? Okay, so the one you're most excited to have is art or computer programming. What one are you least excited about having this coming up school year? Well, obviously, I don't think there's any other computer programming teacher at the high school, Grayson. I don't think there are any other computer programming. Why are you not supposed to have math? Are they counting computer programming as a math class? What did you do to get all 4 of your math credits already? Hold on, what other math credit do you have? Okay, so that counts as a foreign language. Then what other math credit do you have? Oh, you took 2 math classes freshman year. Cool. I think I'm most excited to have, assuming I get art or journalism, because those are my fallback classes. But if not, my early childhood work-based learning class. I'm really excited about that, assuming I get to do that. I'm least excited for honors human anatomy, because Coach Christopher really thought, hey, this student told me that she doesn't want to be in an honors class. You know what we're going to do? We're going to throw her in honors human anatomy anyway. I can't be in any more of Miss Child's classes. I've completed her pathway. I've completed the early childhood pathway, meaning the only other early childhood class is the work-based learning. Dang. So I have Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 that I have to take. My early childhood work-based learning class, and then intro to culinary. And then my 2 fallback classes are journalism and art comp 2. I'm hoping Miss Childs will let me, if I do have the work-based learning class and I don't currently have a job at the time, I hope Miss Childs will let me sit in her class while I'm sitting there doing nothing. It does sound fun. And then I have advanced algebra. Not ready for that. World history, but Mr. Skeen's retiring, so like, or not world history, but U.S. history. U.S. history, but Mr. Skeen's retiring. That sucks. And then, obviously, I have English. I have a feeling it's going to be easy because, like, this is me we're talking about. If it's not easy, I've got the teacher. Who is the teacher? Who did you have for advanced algebra? What do you remember her name? Perchance? Do you remember her name, perchance? Or at least what her room looked like? Do you remember her name or possibly what her room looked like? You don't even remember what her room looked like? It's not the... Hi, Mike. So is it not the teacher with the pride posters on her wall or on her cabinet? Is it not the teacher with the pride posters on her cabinet? I really hope it is. Either that or Miss Banks. Ah, dang it. It's not. I'm still wondering what she teaches then. She's on, I want to say she's down on the math hall. She might not be, actually. It was Miss Banks. Seriously? Miss Banks teaches, honors algebra? Or not honors algebra, but, Sweet! Okay, so I've met her. She really likes me. Dude, she likes me already. Okay. That class is going to be so easy. I've already got it. The teacher already likes me. This is going to be so fun. I know she is. I've met her. I'm so happy. I've met her. That woman is a woman after my own heart. I've met her. Hi, Mike. Welcome to Random Discussion Time. Currently, we're talking about school. Because for me and Void in here, school is starting very soon, actually, unfortunately. Ours starts on July 31st. So we're sitting here discussing teachers, actually. Kai, you had skiing, didn't you? You had skiing. Okay, well that sucks, because Mr. Skeen's no longer going to be teaching at the high school anymore. So, I unfortunately get to meet his replacement. Yeah, he was talking about the fact that he's no longer going to be teaching at the high school. So, like, I unfortunately am getting saddled with his replacement. Who was your English teacher? Do you remember who your English teacher was? Or at least... Actually, better question. Was your English teacher Miss Bach? I'd like to know that. Or, no, you had Dawson, didn't you? Yes to Dawson or yes to Bach? Yes to Dawson or yes to Bach? Bach, 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 Bach. Probably asking, like, way too many questions. I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for this year, because if not, I'm gonna go insane. Okay, then I'm assuming you're talking about Miss Bach. I like Miss Bach. I've already met Miss Bach. I like her. So far, I know all my supposed teachers other than Mr. Skeen's replacement. Or all of my academic teachers other than Mr. Skeen's replacement. Unless some other teachers decided, hey, we're leaving. I really hope that's not what happened. But, like, knowing the high school, they probably did. I unfortunately don't know either, and I'm unfortunately very scared. Because, like, what do you mean? I'll probably end up giving one of these to Miss Bach. Because I have a feeling Miss Bach would like this. Wouldn't you? Do you think Miss Bach will like this? 50% of Mr. Skeen's class was actual work, and then the other half was just him talking about random stuff. I figured. Hey, Ethan! Currently, we're sitting here talking about school. I know she does. I know she supports, which is why I asked, do you think she'd enjoy me giving her a Pride Pen? Do you think she'd prefer original Pride Pen or attempt at inclusion Pride Pen? Because I haven't attempted the inclusion Pride Pen on my bag. Put these in my pin box, wherever that's at the current moment. I don't know where that ended up. Okay, well, we're gonna find it eventually. Until then, we're just gonna set that there. I'm back. Okay, then I'll do the original one. We're gonna put these in here because these are quiet and they have different textures for attempt at sensory regulation. I feel like this one would be a little too loud. Teachers probably get annoyed with this one easy. I have to look at my actual fidget drawer to find quiet ones that I know teachers won't get annoyed by. This one has loud, but this one also has some quiet ones. I feel like at this point, it's just me talking to myself. Or just me randomly talking and you guys just randomly listening to whatever I'm going on about. I have Bluey. He makes my hair stick up. But I have Bluey. This is not how you put these on. Ah, nice. That's also not how you put it on. I can't remember how you put these dang things on. Who else is in here? I know Kai's in here, and I know I'm in here. But who else is in here? Ethan, are you still in here? He might be. Ethan, Grayson, are you two still in here? Hi, Ethan. Nice. You're just sitting here I'm just sitting here rambling. Grayson probably had to go, feed Daisy, Grayson probably went to go pick up sticks. Hi, Sonia. I think that's how you say your name. If it's not, feel free to correct me. I'm very bad with names. But hello! Currently, we're talking about the fact that I have this Bluey thing, and I have no clue how to put it on my head. Sweet! Okay. I'm getting better with names. This is only my second ever live stream that people can actually chat, and the first live stream got taken down. So, I haven't exactly gotten a chance to learn people's names. I know, I'm so happy. I have a Bluey headband thing. I know this is like for putting on makeup and stuff, but I don't exactly know how to put it on. I originally got it because a friend of mine told me that I would look funny with it on like this. And so we attempted to get it, and we got it, and now I sit here and I do this. If you can hear engines revving outside of my window, ignore that. That is my cousin. If you can't hear it, be glad, because this is very annoying. Now the number of people on my screen matches the number of likes I have. Nice. There are people revving up outside of my house. Nice. I currently have a pin that says, I am at my limit. Which I feel like matches me. Because I realized I become annoyed very easily by very little things. Yeah, currently we're just sitting here doing whatever and talking. How does that match? How what? You might have to be a little specify. How is it silly? I might need a little clarification. How is it silly? Well, it's silly because we've learned that I get annoyed very easily, but I don't at the same time. And when I am annoyed, I show it in very strange ways. No, not like that. Okay. Oh, yeah, the dolphins. Yeah, the dolphin. If you could be any animal in the world, what would you want to be? Hmm? Repeat your answer for me, because I know we've had this conversation before, but I don't exactly remember what either one of our answers were. So, oh, nice. I feel like I don't remember what my answer was the first time you and me have had this conversation. I like rabbits too. I'm a very big fan of rabbits. Oh, well, if I was an owl, then my answer seriously has not changed. I also very much like snakes. Snakes are very much some of my favorite animals. But I feel like I would want to be an owl just because, like, I'm a Greek mythology nerd. Woo! I want I want a pet bunny, but my parents won't let me have one. I have a few pets that I want, some of which I'm not allowed to have. Ooh, nice. Did you keep the little spider? Or did your grandma force you to kill the spider? You let it live. Nice. Good job. We like letting animals live around here. Especially ones that other people probably would not let live. Bunnies are cute. There are flies in your house, so the spider gets a free meal. Nice. Flies are very much annoying. Yeah. I feel like that's very normal with flies. You go to sleep and all you hear is buzzing. And then you get annoyed by it. Though it is also very funny. Oh, we're one bead away. If we had one more bead. If only we had one more bead, and then it would be complete. That's fine. Right now, we're just kind of all talking and doing our own thing. We were originally talking about school, and then I started asking questions, because, like, what is everybody's favorite class in school? It's just a random question that we can answer. If you had to pick one all-time favorite class in school, what class would you pick? Figured you'd say that. I feel like mine would have to be early childhood. I feel like early childhood is one of the only classes that I don't get too entirely overwhelmed in. And so early childhood is actually kind of art. What is your all-time favorite class? Nice. So we got 3 art lovers in here. I like art too, but I feel like my early childhood class really takes the cake for me. Mainly because I got to go work with little kids, and I got really happy about that. I liked working with the younger kids. You spy green. What do you... In my room? What do you spy that's green? What do you spy that's green? Are we talking about this? Or do we mean the thing that I just put up? I'm currently trying to get everything out off of my bed. I forgot about my lemonade. My lemonade's up there and I forgot about it. Yeah, this is a very light green. lemonade is delicious. I recently got a jug of lemonade, and I started drinking it today, so. As do I. And technically, I was originally going to go to Comic-Con, and then I ended up having to do something tomorrow. But I got a cosplay for Comic-Con, in case I did go. But, like, since I'm not anymore, this cosplay is going to end up being my Halloween costume. If I can get it on right. I don't think I can get these. No, I can get them on. Ow. It caught my earring. They won't stay yet, because I'd have to put glue on them, but I'd go as a fairy. I have wings over there. I have actual wings over there. Oh, that has tape. That's very tapey. Yes, I currently have elf ears on. But I also have these blue fairy wings over there. We have a scroll. Because, like, why not? Yeah. So, I probably would have ended up going as a fairy. I'm going to get the wings to show the camera. They're still a little bent, but that's fine. They're these really cool blue ones that I fell in love with. I fell in love with the color. And speaking of cool things that I got, it needs a new string, but, like, speaking of cool things that I got, hold on, I'm gonna get it out before I show it on the camera. Because it makes more sense to get it out than to just show the case. So, I also fell in love with this. Yeah, so it was in a case. I'm still learning how to play it. I've got to restring one of the strings. But yeah, I bought a guitar. I got to restring one of the strings, and then I've got to relearn how to play. Because I can't play anymore. Yeah, I gotta relearn how to play. And then the bottom string has to be restrung. And it has to be tuned. Because I let a little kid play it, and then they thought they knew better. So, it's completely untuned. But yeah, I got a guitar. But yeah. And this is really cool blue color. So once I like restring it and can actually start relearning how to play it, I might end up taking it to school with me and letting Mr. Esom reteach me how to play. I feel like Mr. Esom could really reteach me how to play. What is everybody's least favorite subject in school? I keep going back to school talk because we've only got a couple more days until school starts for us. Well, it's like 3 weeks. 2-3 weeks. Mine's history. I really hate history. And technically, it was one teacher that ruined it. It was my last year teacher that ruined history for me. Hi, Millie. Glad you joined us. So right now we're talking about our least favorite subject in school. Because, school starts in a couple weeks for me. So we were sharing our least favorite subjects in school. I had one teacher ruin history for me. My teacher last year just completely ruined history for me. But history's always been a class that I was bad at. His name was Matthew Lemke. He's just all around annoying teacher. Awesome. I really like math. I'm a big fan of math. And bye, Sonia. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, he just started teaching last year, and then he's already gone. But yeah, I'm a big fan of math. And history's one of my absolute least favorite. What's one subject that you loved the subject, but you hated the teacher? I'll go first. That one subject for me was, like I said, math. Or not math, but like I said, history. History's not my all-time favorite. Yeah, physical science last year. Physical science last year annoyed me. The teacher annoyed me. I did. I enjoyed my biology teacher. I liked Miss Armstrong. Me and Miss Popple were okay. Me and Miss Harrison were kind of okay. R.I.P. Miss H. Trying to think of what other teacher I just particularly didn't like. Or I hated Mr. Woodward. I liked Miss Hayes. I liked a couple history teachers. And science. I liked a couple science teachers. I liked a couple history teachers. I've always been good at all of my subjects, so, like, it doesn't really matter fully to me. But if I don't particularly like a teacher, then I'm not going to particularly like the class. So, yeah, when you have a student that doesn't like a teacher, they're not going to end up liking the class. They can like a subject all they want to, but the minute they stop liking the teacher is the minute they stop liking the class. So, yeah. Anybody else who's on here and would like to say their piece? The subject, you liked the subject, but you did not like the teacher. I've got another one. Art, specifically the art teacher, Miss Maxwell. I love Esom. Esom is amazing. But I never liked Miss Maxwell. See, as did I. Technically, I'm sure everybody's had that one teacher in every subject. One teacher for every subject that just made you hate the class. One teacher. Everybody has that one teacher that made them hate that specific class. I loved Miss Trulock. Miss Maxwell was the art teacher I did not like. I loved Miss Trulock. Did not like Miss Maxwell. And as long as Mr. Esom remains the art teacher for the high school, I will like the high school's art teacher. But the day he stops being the art teacher for the high school is the day I stop caring. Unless they get a good replacement. But like, if I'm still there when he retires, dude, better print my obituary. We're gonna print my obituary. One math teacher that you did not like. Give me one teacher. One math teacher you absolutely did not like. Okay, well, give me the main math teacher you did not like. For me, it was Mr. Gaynor, geometry. And then to piggyback off of that, one English, one math, and one history teacher you did not like. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I loved Miss Osborne. Reported me for what? What did you report? Reported who and for what? Reported me. Okay, I get that. But why? Can I get a reason? Like, I'd really like a reason why you reported me. Did I say something mean to you? Was I bullying you in any way, shape, or form? Was I bullying anybody in any way, shape, or form? Dean, can you give me a reason, dude? Because I think you said you reported me like 3 times. Cool. But, like, you reported me for what? Good. I'd just like to know what they reported me for. I don't think I did anything against YouTube guidelines, did I? I'd like to say I didn't. Okay, you're joking. Okay. Well, what's up, man? Right now we're just kind of sitting here talking. Right now we're just kind of sitting here talking. Specifically about teachers and classes that we did not like. So, like, I got invited to Georgia College. That's really cool. And Valdosta State. I'm very proud of myself. Is this a furry YouTuber? Per se? This wouldn't happen to be Barley the Burr, would it? Per se? Nice. I'm fond of Barley. I'm very fond of him. We have our penguin. Note set. Oh no. Is that a bad thing? Hold on. I bet I can't summon the Photos of Freddy's fandom with a mask. I bet I can't summon the Photos of Freddy's fandom with a mask, guys. Hold up. Can I? I don't know. Can I? Hold on. I was putting it on upside down. Can I summon it with a mask? I don't know. Can I? Probably not. Hey, someone got it. Yeah, okay. It's my Bonnie mask. From when I went as Bonnie for Halloween. I went as Bonnie for Halloween during COVID. Or, like, it wasn't during COVID, but, like, you still had to technically wear a mask at the time. So, like, Bonnie. I have a note from Miss Watson in this drawer, like, in this thing of notes from people that I miss. Oh, wait. Speaking of which, I meant to put this in there. Got a Halloween card that I meant to put in there the other day. So, my mom redid my skull cross necklace. I currently have the chain wrapped around it right now. But my mom redid it for me. So I will have it for the school year. It is cool. It does suck, however, that we only have a couple more weeks until school starts back. And then we're going to be forced to go back to the Thunderdome. That's $3 right there. It's $4. We've only got a couple more days until school, unfortunately, starts. I'm not ready. We've got like 2-3 weeks before we're forced to go back. Dun-na, 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 dun-na. At this point, I'm kind of like just being me and just doing whatever it is that my brain tells me to do, which currently involves counting coins. Because I'm a coin nerd. I like coins. $142 coins. Or 142 cents in coins. Not including the other dollars that I counted. My brain likes coins. What's everybody's favorite coin? I feel like mine, look-wise, is the dime. I really like dimes. What's everybody else's favorite coin? My hands now smell like pennies. My hand now smells like pennies. And my phone is quickly dying. Meaning I'll have to end live soon. Because my phone is dying. Well, I'll end the live and let everybody go back to their day. I'll probably make another live tomorrow when I'm continuing the room cleaning. Ooh, cool. Special penny from 1930. Well, I hope everybody has a good day. You too, Travis. That's actually a good message for everybody. Never give up. And as I like to say on this channel, be weird, be wild, be you. Everybody have a good day.